Hey guys, this is Filip from Humanity's Last Breath, and you're watching rockflesh.com.
So, rockflesh.com once again from Radar Festival, final day. So we're in the final straight now, but we've got some of the best bands coming up, including Humanity's Last Breath. Whee! So you're looking forward to your set, obviously.
It's gonna be great.
Any surprises in the set list?
I don't think so, no. not this time. It's gonna be the usual.
It's always tricky, like, do you kind of put together festival-specific sets as opposed to kind of headline, or do you just play what you think you should play?
The thing is, we have so many automations and all that stuff, so once Buster creates a set list, that kind of sticks until he wants a new one, basically, until we write some new songs, maybe.
So I guess that means that you get into very much almost like muscle memory, I guess, with regards to the whole set.
For sure.
Do you think that helps with the cohesiveness of a set, the coherency?
I mean, everyone knows exactly what they're supposed to do, and yeah, for sure.
That makes everyone more comfortable, I guess, kind of thing. Does it make it difficult though, playing the same, almost the same identity of the band over and over, kind of thing?
No, it's.
You can be honest.
The songs are still fun to play, so we're not tired of them yet.
No,
so
exactly.
it's still very fun. So
exactly.
We're not tired of them.
So, for anyone who doesn't know the band, it's going to be the difficult question. How would you describe your music?
It's like more of a death metal Meshuggah, maybe.
Yeah, I'd go with that.
It's genty, it's low tuned, more to the death metal, I guess.
Yep.
Evil, dark. That's kind of it, I think.
Do you feel that sounds? I think the sounds evolved kind of naturally with the band.
For sure.
Was it just an organic kind of development of that sound? Like almost, I think, like moving even stronger towards the black metal, isn't it? Kind of the side of it.
Yeah, I mean, Buster is very influenced from black metal and all that stuff. So when he incorporates that a lot in his writing. So in the beginning, in the self-titled from 10 years ago, he was probably more into the genty stuff and just the bounciness, you know. But now it's more to the death metal and black metal stuff, and that's, in my opinion, the better way to go as well. Yeah, because that's what I prefer. So I don't mind it at all.
You say, and as a band, the identity obviously of both of you, that's it shines through, doesn't it, as well with the music. It's very much, you can see it's in kind of your image, as it were. Sure. So, I mean, that's one of the interesting things as well, I guess, about the band. You have touring musicians? Or?
We tour a few times a year, but I mean, we're not touring musicians in that sense. We have regular jobs, basically. And we just tour like 2 times, maximum 3 times per year.
So the question of what would you be doing if you weren't doing the band is, well, I'm already doing it, kind of thing.
Kind of, yeah. But I work in finance.
Right.
I mean, I work in finance and I get to tour for my vacation days, you know. So it's a perfect mix.
That's brilliant. I love that, for all your kind of black metal and financial needs. Filip! Oh, yeah, definitely awesome. Cool, excellent. Artwork. That's something I wanted to kind of discuss, because obviously there's very much, I think, music and art, they go together, especially with bands, with plenty of merch and kind of the album covers and stuff. How do you guys get to that kind of artistic stage? Is it a single designer you use, or is it ideas yourselves?
We have a couple. I mean, we use different designers every time, I think. I mean, Buster, when he comes up with the music, he also comes up with a concept, and he gets an idea of what he wants it to look visually as well. So not so much in the rest of the band saying anything. He's just like, okay, I want this, and then we do it. That's kind of it.
But are you guys happy for that kind of dynamic? Because
Buster is great. I mean, he's the band.
Yeah, exactly.
Of course. everything he touches and everything he does is great. So I can't complain at all.
No, I was going to say, like, yeah, when almost everything that's brought forward is gold, then you're happy, aren't you, with that kind of thing?
Exactly. Yeah.
I mean, obviously, you'll all be able to put your touches to stuff as well. It's not kind of like, here we go.
As a vocalist, of course, I do my touch, and when I record the vocals and all that stuff, we do it together. And we puzzle it how we want it to sound. So yeah, for sure, we do have a creative say in that sense, but it all stems from Buster's brain somehow.
Exactly. So the concept, the core of it.
And then we can discuss around it.
Yeah, of course, no, definitely. Interesting. So, let's think about some more out there questions. Weird questions. So, if you guys could collaborate with any musician in the world, who would it be and why?
Well, I know Buster wants to collaborate with Chelsea Wolf because he loves Chelsea.
Yeah.
I mean, for my own sake, it would be like some kind of death metal. I mean, I love Opeth. So if I would collaborate with Opeth, that would be great. I don't know how, but that would be sick.
Everything starts somewhere. It starts with rockflesh.com. We'll see what we can do.
That would be great.
Perfect. Kind of a similar question. If you could add anyone to the band, who would you like to add?
Add anyone to the band? I mean, I do like...
Dead or alive, but as we always say, the live ones often perform better, in a band. So.
I do like my band members that I have right now. I don't know if I want to...
You don't have to replace any of them. You can add.
If I want to add, what would he do?
Well, that's the thing, actually. That's the interesting thing. Maybe someone...
Bassists.
Multimedia person or something?
Oh, do I know a multimedia person?
I don't know. Sometimes people are like, I think
if you know a good pyrotechnician, we could add that one.
There we go. Yeah, and that goes on to the next question. If money was no object at all, what would you do for your stage shows?
Definitely fire.
It was good. Rammstein's the minimum, I think. Someone said that yesterday. Well, it's like that, and then you build up from that.
Exactly. Yeah, just take Rammstein and then you add on top. Kind of. That would be great.
Exactly. It's kind of like the Flames, Rockets. I'm not quite sure where you go from that, unless you start adding water. But then it's probably who knows, cascades of water.
Well, you can maybe go into space. I don't know. Sky is the limit, or it's not the limit.
Exactly. I was interested though, because you kind of like, people do say fireworks and stuff. I suppose it works for Gajira and stuff as well. Yeah. But thinking about creating that atmosphere with your guys' music as well. Does that change up with regards to some venues or festivals or gigs being easier to perform at, or more enjoyable for both you and the crowd? Do you think?
Yeah, of course. I mean, playing outdoors in the sunlight is always tricky, because it's, the whole vibe kind of gets ruined. So because you want the darkness and you want the silhouettes kind of, because we do a lot of backlights, not so much front light, so it's kind of ruins the vibe a little bit. So that's probably the hardest one.
Exactly, kind of open air, sunlight, sunshine, that kind of thing.
It's still fun though, but it's just very different.
So I remember Radar Fest with you guys at Guildford, with the chandelier room and everything, and that was good. That was perfect, wasn't it, for that kind
dark,
of thing?
That's a vibe. That's really
exactly, definitely. Okay, if you could describe the band as a drink, or if the band was a drink, alcoholic or non-alcoholic, what drink would you be and why?
I mean, we always have Captain Morgan on our rider. So I mean, we're probably Captain Morgan Gold Spice.
I was going to say, instead of blood, it's just Captain Morgan running through.
Captain Morgan. I mean,
I think it's a good one. No, it's definitely a good one. I think sometimes we have people who like describe themselves as a drink, and sometimes it's just like, this is what we drink, so we are it.
Kind of.
It's absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Okay, if we were to have Humanity's Last Breath Festival, who would you have headlining it apart from yourselves?
Apart from myself, well, probably Chelsea Wolf. I would want Opeth. What more do you want? Some kind of death metal maybe. Bloodbath is fun.
would you have any non-musical acts? We've had some quite weird ones previously, where someone who, well, I think it was the Ithaca drummer. He wanted Arsene Wenger, the ex-football manager, to do a Q&A, and David Seaman, the old goalkeeper, to do penalty shootouts. So we have had some weird ones. So yeah,
no,
so
I think we'll stick to music.
Yeah.
Just
I think that's fair enough. You know,
death metal festival. Just throwing Cannibal Corpse and all that stuff in there. Just have a good time. That's always fun.
That'd work. Okay, so I guess what we say is, what do you enjoy the most, rank order, of being part of the kind of the writing creative process, the recording process, or the live process?
Definitely the live process.
Yep.
And then after that, probably recording process, and then the creative process. Because I don't know, it's the creative process. I mean, Buster is so good at it.
He's so good at it.
Yeah,
it's almost like,
okay.
Do you sometimes feel like I want to add something, but I don't know how to make it better, almost because it's so good when it's coming to you?
I mean, sometimes you can get the feeling like, okay, maybe I should contribute to something because I feel worthless. And then Buster just sorts everything out. You're just like, okay, but this is good. I don't need to add anything.
Yeah. And also, it's where you're almost like a vehicle for that content. And it's a compliment that he trusts you with it. I suppose that's the element as well.
With that as well, because he can lay out whatever he wants, and it's just I can do what I do best. Yeah. So it works out for everyone, I think.
So what can we expect from you guys over the next kind of year or so that you're allowed to tell us, of course, or not? You know,
we are in the process for a new album. Don't know when it's going to be released, but yeah, it's in the works.
Nice.
And we're looking into tours for 2025. We're gonna bring some new stuff, hopefully.
Excellent. I was going to say, drop some new hits. You know, that's the thing. But only if Buster's happy to change up the set, of course. Yeah. Exactly. Cool. Excellent. Well, thank you very much for joining us today and having a chat with us. It's been absolutely awesome. And obviously, you're on later today, and we can't wait. We're obviously reviewing photographs from the whole festival, including Humanity's Last Breath. Awesome. So thanks once again, Filip. It's been awesome.
Thank you, man.
And you've been watching rockflesh.com.